I was just kidding on the first try. NXT UK this afternoon, folks, was a very, very, very depressing and frustrating show. I mean, you could tell by the way they booked the matches on the card for this week's NXT UK. We got llja Dragunov versus Tyson T-Bone. And then we got the Jordan Devlin NXT Cruiserweight Championship Open Challenge. We got Joe Coffey in action. We got Joseph Connors versus a Performance Center recruit, an enhanced talent. So, we're going to go over it all right here on my Ingram Wrestling News YouTube channel, folks. February the 3rd, 2021, NXT UK review. I'm here live with your February the 3rd, 2021 NXT UK review. Sorry about that. Had some interruptions in the background a little bit. So, before we get started, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Also, follow me on Twitter at Ingram Wrestling. Follow me on Twitch at Ingram Wrestling News. Help me get up to 1,000 followers on Twitter by hitting that follow button. Help me get up to 1,000 followers on Twitch, also by hitting that follow button. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to help me get up to 200, I suggest you hit that subscribe button. I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. If you checked out my latest videos, those of you that missed my AEW Dynamite Beach Break review, that is on my channel. So be sure you go check that out. Leave a like on it. Leave a comment on it. If you missed my video on my newest content coming to the channel this whole weekend this year, be sure you go check that out. My newest content coming to the channel this weekend is none other than Dragon Ball FighterZ. So, I'm going to be streaming on Dragon Ball FighterZ this weekend, this whole weekend. So, be tuning in for that, man. You're going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss my stream on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm telling you. You're really not. It's going to be worth checking out. Also, If you missed my SmackDown review from last Friday, my NXT review from last Wednesday, and my Monday Night Raw review from last Monday, you can be sure you go check those out. Leave a like on those as well. Please and thank you. That would be nice. Oh, and also, if you missed my Ingram Wrestling News video on WWE's possible big plans for Aleister Black's WWE return, if you missed that video, be sure you go check that out and leave a like on it as well. We're going to go ahead and get to the review. So, NXT UK kicks off with llja Brookside versus Nina Samuels. Now, llja Brookside looks as great as ever here. Fingers crossed. She gets something here because they haven't treated her at all well. When they desperately need to make new female stars in this division. We're talking about the NXT UK women's division. Hello. Right now, anyone under Kaylee Ray, which is everyone, feels stuck. Now, they begin with some trash talking by Nina, who tells llja she should be carrying her bags, and llja mounts her with punches. Brookside with a side headlock, but Nina counters a takeover and sends her into the corner. Now, llja has Nina from behind and trips her face first. Sunset flip for 2. Samuels with a reverse suplex, which looked tight, and now the heel has the advantage with kicks in the corner, which the heel happens to be Nina Samuels. Now, llja kicked her hard there, right below the belt, but Samuels worked. Nina again with the trash talk about bag carrying before delivering some hard shoulders into the midsection. So basically, Nina, most of the time in this match, she took most of the time in this match doing trash talking instead of wrestling. She needs to do more wrestling than trash talking, because trash talking is what causes superstars like her to lose matches. Even though she won it, still, she needs to do more wrestling. Less talk, more wrestling. Samuels tries a fisherman's carry. llja drops down and hard strikes and tilt-a-whirl head scissors. llja with broken wings reverses Meteora into the corner. They're outside an apron assisted Hurricane Rana from llja, but she misses a charge, and Nina sends her back in. I haven't done an NXT UK review in like 2 years, man. It's been a while since I've been doing. It's been a while. It's really been a while. It really has been a while since I've been going live with NXT UK reviews. It's been 2 years. So I'm glad to be here doing an NXT UK review for the first time in over 2 years. Anyways, Nina throws a case at her and clocks her with a loaded purse behind the referee's back for the win. So, to be honest, I mean, this was fine and did a job, but folks, I'm more worried about llja Brookside here. That's who I'm more worried about. That is who I am worried about the most. llja Brookside. You want to know why? For the simple fact that she had everything to gain from winning this match. But again, just like Isla Dawn, she's back at square one down the ladder, right back at the bottom of the barrel. Might as well say she's at Titus Catering. You might as well say she's at Titus Catering down there. That's where she's at. Titus Catering. It's not right. It's really not, man. Now, I like Neen Samuels, but she's not yet the feature of the division when llja could have been. Especially after that 2019 run. She had that looked promising. I really don't know where she goes from here because she's been absolutely wasted in this role. Seriously. She's been absolutely wasted in this role. Why? I don't understand. What? If WWE's not using her, if they don't have any plans for her, then why did they sign her from the beginning? Why would you sign somebody that you don't have plans for? Why would you sign somebody and then all of a sudden not have plans for that person and then put them right back at the bottom of the barrel? I don't understand this. What's going on, man? Is it me? Or is it Bruce and Vince McMahon's involvement with NXT UK? Gotta be. Something. Something's not right here, man. Something is not freaking right. Anyways, we got Sid Sika questioning about the NXT UK Tag Team Championship match, but is interrupted by Jordan Devlin, who wants to know who his opponent is. Now, Sid Sika doesn't have one yet, but he's working on it. Now, Jack Stars is backstage. It says he's on a roll when Sika interrupts. The door closes as they talk about a championship match. Not just your typical, but an actual championship match. Do I stutter, folks? No, I'm not. I'm being serious when I say this. Now, I'm not sure where they're going with this, but Sid looks quite imped this week. No question about it. Seriously. Now, we got Joseph Connors. He's the protege of, what's her name? Yeah, he's the protege of Jenny. Yeah, he's protege of... He's definitely the protege of Jenny. Matter of fact... Yeah. He's the protege of this woman you're seeing on the screen. Her. He was involved with her match against Kaylee Ray. And remember, Jenny lost it. Where does Jenny go from here? I don't know. What's next for Kaylee Ray? Well, Miku Satomura is in the title picture already. But why would you put Miku Satomura in the title picture already when she's done nothing to earn the title shot? I mean, no disrespect to her, but no disrespect to Miku Satomura, but when you're debuting on NXT UK, you're supposed to be put in 2 or 3 matches and then earn an opportunity. You can't just make a debut. WWE just can't have somebody like Miku Satomura make a debut and put her randomly in the title picture right away. That doesn't make sense. You all get where I'm coming from? It doesn't make sense. Just like these 2 squash matches that were booked on the show didn't make sense. Speaking of the squash matches, here's one of them. Joseph Connors versus Josh Morrell. Who is Josh Morrell? I have no idea. Why don't you go ask Bruce or Vince? Because they seem to fucking know everything that's going on in WWE, or as they claim they know what's going on. Anyways, we got Joseph Connors versus Josh Morrell. Joseph Connors has the same effect on me that Saxton Huxley has. Now, I'll admit, I'll give him some praise. I think he's pointless and completely dull in the ring. Now, just a reminder, folks, this week he looks like he's come from the 1980s. Oh my goodness. I never thought I would bring up the 1980s. Holy shit, man. Imagine it being the 1980s right now. What would you all do if it was the 1980s right now? I think you'll go hiding in your fucking bandwagon, or go hide on your fucking punch buggy, or go over there and hide by a fucking tree in the woods. I don't know. Just taking a guess here. But anyways, so a lockup to begin, and the pair tussle with reversals, with Connors getting the upper hand. But they break and go back to the lockup. Headlock by Joseph and into a front face lock. Morrell twirls out and nails a huge dropkick to send him to the outside, where Jenny gives him a peep talk. Look at that. See? That's how you know I was right. Look, you heard that name? You heard it? Jenny. He is the protege of Jenny, I think. Or he is, or should I say Jenny is the manager of Joseph Connors. Or maybe Joseph Connors is the manager of Jenny. One of the two. One of the two I gotta be correct on. Seriously. But, the fact that this week he looked like he came from the 80s. The fact that he looked like he came from the 1980s, oh man, I gotta do that twice as nice. That's just fucking hilarious. That's just fucking funny, man. Seriously. That is just really funny. I gotta admit, that was really funny, dude. Anyways, takeover by Connors into a race lock, but against Josh, flips out, but is pulled down by the hair. Connors with hard shots to the back and a crucifix pin for nothing at all. Well, talk about garbage, man. What a complete waste. And a rare chin lock, which is as exciting as the man himself. A comeback for Morrell with flying forearms, a backflip, and huge hip toss for a near fall. Morrell flips in midair from the top as Connors ducks. But Connors with a nice leg transition takedown into a DDT. Connors with a straight jacket neckbreaker for the win. And that was it. They changed his character numerous times in 4 years and still has not been more interesting. He's still not more interesting. He's not interesting still. This experiment has failed, and honestly, hopefully Jenny makes him more interesting, or his days are surely fucking numbered. Meaning he, too, will be back to Titus Catering and will be going at the bottom of the barrel. So anyways, we got Shaw Samuels. I don't know who the fuck Shaw Samuels is. Shaw Samuels Vagnet. And he shouts at the camera about being a butcher. How his family were butchers. And then the Vagnet turns to his history on the indie scene. Oh, so apparently he's from the indies wrestling, I'm guessing. This is really good. And he talks like a star. I don't know who he really is, but I've seen him. I've seen him on the show. He seems like a good promo cutter. I mean, sorta. He says his journey and quest starts now. And hopefully, man, they go with him to the top. Because I know there probably won't, but this is a new NXT UK, so fingers crossed, folks. Crisscross applesauce, as a matter of fact, while you're at it. Xia Brookside wants a rematch with Nina Samuels. There's no fire or fight about her. It's as if she's receding lines. She's just been cheated. Show something. Show something. Show something, management. Show something, NXT UK manager or NXT UK chairman, whoever the manager is. Whoever the manager is, I'd say give her a push. Give her a run for her money. Give her a push as a face. She hasn't had a push as a face in probably like years, man. She deserves a push. Xia Brookside deserves better. I don't give a fuck what any UK geek out there has to fucking say. She deserves better. Absolutely deserves better. So we got llja Dragunov versus Tyson T-Bone. And you know what I mean by UK geeks. I'm not talking about my followers. I have some UK followers, but they're not geeks. They're not the geeks. I'm talking about the NXT UK. I'm talking about the UK geeks in the IWC community that always shit on the product that seems to be a good show every week. Yet, when the shows get bad, they start to praise it. They start to support it. When, to some of us, we know it's complete garbage. I'm talking about those freaking UK geeks. And they're always shielding people on the internet, trying to say, no, it ain't this, it ain't like that. These shows are Vince McMahon's doing this good. It sounds like you're sucking Vince McMahon's cock, UK geek. That's what it sounds like you're doing. Anyways, we got a small T-Bone promo in split screen before the match, and Tyson has improved his verbal. Tyson goes right, llja. That's his name, llja. And downs the Russian, who is selling for the enhancement talent. So, Dragunov blocks a slam and goes to the arm and then a huge slap to the chest before downing him with a front face lock. Just in case you're wondering who these two look like, here you go. Here you go. So anyways, Dragunov block a slam and goes to the arm, and then a huge slap to the chest, downing him with a front face lock. Dragunov rolls him around the ring. Yes, he did, folks. He rolls him around the ring with the hold on, but Sam Gradwell is out to talk trash. He's out to talk trash to llja. So this has been a host of holds so far, with llja trying to take Tyson down, but he can't manage it. So this is basically all playing into this new character of some sorts, basically, of him. Basically, folks. And T-Bone with an exploder suplex and a fallaway slam, which has really taken it out of llja. Gradwell shouts about letting his family down from ringside. Now, Tyson tries a full Nelson, which is broken by a throw. Tyson with a big boot to the jaw, but llja with a jumping enziguri. Tyson catches him running into the corner and hits a back suplex. Gradwell is gratting now. llja with a matrix bridge enziguri and tries a deadlift German, but Tyson with a half Nelson suplex that sends llja outside. Tyson with a chop to the back, but llja snaps again. His eyes are crazy, and he's going to town on Tyson with punches and kicks to the head. They collided mid-air, which was sloppy, and llja locks him into a clutch and bludgeons him with elbows as the referee calls for the bell. llja attacks Sam Gradwell and sends him running as officials come out to try and restrain him. Now, folks, I didn't enjoy this at all either. It was very, very slow pacing and sloppy in places. It definitely served its purpose to build the character of Dragunov, who is affected after the Walter loss. Now, I am fascinated to see where this character goes, but they can't be putting him in 10 matches for 10 minutes with enhancement talent. He needs to be ruthless and get it done in minutes. If they don't start bettering his character, he may also too may go to the bottom of the barrel of the men's division. NXT UK men's division seems like they are looking a little bit solid here. Same with the women's division. Where's Aofi? Where's Aofi? Where is she? We haven't seen her on TV in probably like 2 to 3 weeks. Aofi Valkyrie, where's her? What's happening to her? Why are they keeping her off TV? Is what I want to know. And another question I want to know is where is what's her freaking name? I'm trying to think. It's gonna come to my head in a minute. Where's Candy Floss? Isn't Candy Floss supposed to be making her NXT UK debut? Where is she? She hasn't been used on TV. So I'm saying, man, they got so much. They got NXT UK women's talents. They're not using them. They need more call-ups to the NXT UK women's roster. They need more call-ups. They need more debuts. They need some more NXT UK women's talents, man, because it seems like to me like the women's division is shortened as the days go by, man. Seems like they're getting worse. Men's division, man, just solid, man. They need to do a little bit better. They need to do a little bit better with the builds and with how they book the matches and stuff, man. Seriously. So we have a Miku Satomura Vagnet, this was a phenomenal Vagnet, man, too. It was very, very good Vagnet, in which stars talk about how legendary she is. And she is. And she arrives in NXT UK next week. Someone hide Zaya Brookside from creative, please. Yeah, someone needs to. Because when Miku Satomura debuts, all hands on deck, folks. But why put her in a title picture so early, man? I don't understand. Aren't you gonna book her in a match first next week? Aren't you gonna book her in a match to see, to show everybody, to show the world, so she can debut, show the world what she can do? At least book her in 2 or 3 matches on NXT UK. At least book her in 3 matches for 3 weeks, and then enough for WWE to build her up, and then put her in that title picture. Not just make her debut and then put her in the title picture early. That sounds stupid. That doesn't make sense. Come on now, you could do Miku Satomura better than that, NXT UK. Don't be doing that. Don't be trying to do like Monday Night Raw. Same with NXT. They don't need to be doing like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Please don't do like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I will be terribly upset. Seriously, I would. No shit. No kidding, man. Now, Sid Sika is still trying to find Jordan Devlin's opponent backstage. He's having a very rough night. And we got Joe Coffey, one half of the third members of the Gallus, the stable Gallus. Well, they're considered a tag team. Been a tag team for years now. Years. We're talking maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know. They got Joseph Coffey versus Danny Jones. Now, we've seen Danny Jones. We've seen Danny Jones before in NXT UK, but it's nice to see him back. I haven't seen the guy before. Maybe you all have seen him, but I haven't. Sometimes WWE doesn't tell us anything about some of this talent that they are keeping off TV. Some of this new talent that they are withholding in the Performance Center. Some of this talent that are training and still haven't made their debuts yet. They don't tell us about none of that stuff. They keep stuff like that secret. They even keep some of the new feuds and storylines that we know should happen secret. They keep those secret too. I think to WWE, it's all about power and it's all about secret this, secret that. Riddle me this, bro. Riddle me that, bro. Anyways. Coffey rushes him with a test of strength. And Jones slaps him hard as Joe goes to the body with hard shots. Coffey with a huge shoulder block and sidewalk slams start the car. That's what it says. Joe goes to the gut and Jones looks done already and Coffey trashes him verbally, telling him Gallus boys are always on top. Jones fights back with uppercuts that had him fired up. So he fights back with uppercuts and jumping knee, but Joe with a huge belly to belly. Jones counters a lariat into a backslide attempt, short sleeper, and enziguri. Jones on his back with another sleeper. Joe with the Glasgow standoff, and all the best for the Bells for the win. Coffey on the mic. He's on the mic and he says, Rampage Brown got the cogs turning and a lot of other things. He says he's the last man standing, but here comes Brown looking game for a fight. Brown says anytime, anywhere, and the fight is on. Now, short, sweet, and this is how a squash match should be done. Jones got some in, but not too much. And Coffey goes on to whatever they have for him next, which is Rampage Brown. Now, folks, I'm excited for this. But honestly, I wish they would rush these feuds, especially with no... I wish they wouldn't. Wish they wouldn't rush these feuds, especially with no TV special or takeover on the horizon. WWE needs to stop rushing certain feuds or certain storylines, man, because that is rushing. That's not only rushing the feud storylines, it's also rushing the show, and it's also rushing time as well. So anyways, got a video package looking back at the main event last week, which crowded Pretty Deadly as #1 contenders to the NXT UK Tag Team Champions. Both Pretty Deadly and Gallus speak about the upcoming match, and it's the usual you'd expect. Now, this is built for new champions. Now, I would definitely be fucking disappointed if they wasted the chance to cement a new team. We got a recap of the Hunt versus South Wallace subculture rivalry with everything that has happened so far, including the attacks, the match 7 weeks ago, and Eddie Dennis costing Andrews and Webster last week. Obviously, you know why I'm saying that out loud. Let's figure that one out. Next week, they will fight in a street fight. Too soon. Too rushed. Once again, WWE needs to work on not rushing their matches that they book for their shows every week. So we had the main event, which was the only best thing on this show. So this didn't really last long. There was less than 10 minutes left on the show. So Devlin was on the mic and really messes up llja's name, which was funny. Now, it didn't sound intended either. But he says llja has failed to find his opponent, and out comes Dave Mastiff. Dave Mastiff. You know, the big man. He's kind of resemblant to Vader, sorta. Slightly over, Dave Mastiff, slightly over 105 pounds. But here we go with the story of the Cruiserweight champions fighting bigger men to one-up themselves. Real fucking funny, Bruce. Real funny. Real funny, NXT. Creative. Real fucking funny, man. Oh my goodness, NXT UK Creative. You guys are so fucking awesome. Real fucking embarrassing. That's what I call it. Devlin says Dave wouldn't be welcome on 305 Live. Ha 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 ha. Not funny. Who cares? Really. That was amazing. It was amazing though. Still, who cares? Mastiff doesn't want a title shot. He just wants a fight. Hell, that's what I would want if I was a fucking WWE superstar. Shit. Devlin skips around the ring to avoid Dave and applies a wrist lock. Now, Dave reverses it into his own and takes Jordan to the mat. Nice series of reversals, man. Mastiff cartwheels out of the way and hits a standing senton. It's a standing senton onto Jordan. It was really nice by Mastiff, who applies a rear chin lock. Jordan with a jawbreaker and chops. Mastiff with a German suplex and a series of pinfalls to Devlin, which got him nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Zero. No direction. Nowhere. Anywhere. It didn't get him anywhere at all. Period. Devlin counters another German suplex, but gets hit in the back and lands on his feet at another German attempt. Now, Devlin can't hit the rock bottom. He can't hit the rock bottom. He can't hit the rock's finisher. But goes to the back of the knee, which is clever. Dismantle him from the bottom upwards as he stomps and drops onto the knee. So this seemed like a slow-paced match as well, but it was still the only best thing on the show. But what was I gonna say? Where was I? Where was I? But anyways, he's dismantled him from the bottom upwards as he stomps and drops onto the knee. I remember where I was at now. So then, again, with the chalk block, to the back. Devlin uses the ropes to come down hard on the knee of Mastiff. I love the technical Jordan. We see Jordan Devlin's entrance is my #1 favorite entrance on the NXT UK roster. He has the best entrance on the roster, man. He really does. The best entrance music, especially. The best entrance music. I like that entrance music, man. I like it. It fits his character and his persona perfectly, man. So, Jordan puts Mastiff on the top rope somehow. Tries to pull him off for the Devlin side. But Dave with a flying shoulder block from the buckles. Nice backdrop by Dave, and Devlin begs him off, but Mastiff hurts him into the corner like a bag of sugar. That's funny. Bag of sugar. Now, Splash into the corner, and he whips Jordan into the opposite corner, but he flies over the buckles and hits hard on the barricade. That was perfect. Now, Devlin runs away around the ring. It rolls in, but Dave catches a stomp. Devlin is backflipped onto his face. Devlin on his shoulders. And sends Dave over the top rope, or over to the top, to the outside where he's struggling to get up. Devlin tries to slingshot crossbody. He tries that move, but he's caught at a massive Finley roll onto the arena floor. But Dave is holding his neck as both men fight the referee's count. I thought that was funny, that they were both fighting the referee's count. I thought that was hilarious and kind of childish on the show. It was kind of childish on a terrible episode of NXT UK. Mastiff is back in, but Dave goes back out and misses a cannonball straight through the barrier. We can see where this is going. Devlin is slowly getting up, but Dave rises behind him, headbutts him, and they just get back in with a second to spare. Now Dave goes up top and hits a flying headbutt for a near fall. This is great stuff. A great Dave versus Goliath match, basically. Jordan Devlin on Mastiff's shoulder. He holds the ropes, drop kicks the knee to send Dave into the buckles and slingshot cutter. Devlin with a stemless 450 splash from the top for the win. And that was it. So, this was a great main event, and the pair told a story, even though there wasn't really one to be told between both men, to be honest. Dave Mastiff suffers another loss, but this time it did him no harm. Devlin looks absolutely dominable at the top of his mountain, and now the ball passes to Santos Escobar on NXT. Jordan Devlin versus Trent Seven is going to be the match of the year without a doubt. This week's NXT UK, folks, it was frustrating. I mean, that's what I call this week's episode of NXT UK. It was really good towards the end. The ending was the best thing on the show, like I said in the open. The booking was top-notch with that main event match, but then lower down the card, we have the frustrating handling of Llja Brookside. Now, folks, I've been a wrestling fan since I was little. Obviously, since I was ever since I was little, I've been a wrestling fan. Now, in wrestling news myself, and I know for a fact that they're doing this to tell a story. But I think this is the wrong way to go about it. What NXT UK have done with llja Brookside is hand her another loss just to extend this rivalry beyond its shelf life. Now, this could have easily been accomplished with weeks worth of promos, Vagnants, and Nina Samuels dodging her rival for fear of what would happen should they tangle. It would then have reached a point where Brookside demanded a match with her after a vicious attack to end this storyline. Now, llja Brookside needs something bigger and better, and something that marks back to her run from the 2019 Download Festival, which was just forgotten about after they left the venue. So this isn't going to get her into a championship picture. And honestly, I fear with Sakamura arriving next week, I'm not that fearful, but she's a legend. I mean, why would I be fear of her? She's one of the all-time greats. Sakamura arriving next week, she's going to be all but forgotten about. However, away from that, it was a decent watch with the only other real grip coming about the rapidity of storylines. There's no TV special on the horizon. No one knows when the next takeover will be yet. But there's a feeling that NXT UK folks are rushing their bigger stars into tailies. They are rushing their biggest stars into tails that will end before they reach a grander stage. Joe Coffey is a prime example, folks. He will now enter a rivalry with Rampage Brown, which will peak before we hit the next NXT UK pay-per-view. Now, a look at the NXT UK roster. Who does Joe Coffey feud with after Brown? The opinions, the options currently are very few and far between. And while the victory will do Rampage the world of good, you have to take into account what it will do to Joe. Now, he's not a jobber, but he's hell of a standing where he has to be kept in and around the big names. Big names which NXT UK are starting to run out of without repeating themselves. Now, next week we get the debut of Miku Satomura. Let's hope they don't rush the Kaylee Ray feud into happening before the middle of March. Folks, that's going to do it for your February 3rd, 2021 NXT UK review. If you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up, man. I appreciate those of you that joined, that tried to join, that had time to join. Those of you that missed this review, it's going to be worth watching. Anyways, folks, that's going to end it. So, coming up next on my YouTube channel, it's going to be my last stream for the day. It's going to be my very, very last stream on the channel. It's going to be my last stream for the day, because tomorrow, got some announcements to make real quick. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna be streaming on Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and then after that, my WWE SmackDown live stream will be live, and then my SmackDown review will be live after that. So I got a lot to do. Then Saturday, I'm gonna be streaming on Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, I'm gonna be streaming on, no, actually Saturday afternoon I'm going to be streaming Dragon Ball FighterZ, and then Saturday evening I'm going to be streaming Call of Duty. And then Sunday afternoon we're going to stream Call of Duty, and Sunday evening we're going to stream Dragon Ball FighterZ. And then Monday we could very well stream either some World of Tanks or maybe Naruto Ultimate Storm 4, I'm not sure. We might stream some World of Tanks because I haven't played that in a minute. I haven't played that in a while. We might go back to Call of Duty Monday. Yeah, I think it's back to Call of Duty Monday. That's where I normally stream Call of Duty. That's where I start. But if you have any questions about this week's NXT UK, please comment those questions down below. Also, comment your thoughts on my review. Leave a comment on how I did. And please leave a like on this review if you really, really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for listening. I will see you here live on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Peace. I'm out of here for now.